for our spine health, okay? I've called it spine health because I don't want to put anyone off from trying it if you are a little bit younger. But my main audience for these videos are women over 55 where we're at increased risk of osteoporosis. And so I want to offer you exercises that I know are safe if you have osteoporosis, but also that are good ones to kind of combat the effects of aging on our bones, okay? So things that create some bone loading, okay? So weight bearing through our joints, but also exercises that extend our spine and help with our mobility and posture, because again, that is going to help with our spine health, okay? So please, as always though, don't start these videos without speaking to a health professional first, and if anything doesn't feel right or comfortable or whatever, then again, just leave it out, okay? All our bodies are different, and so it's not, one size fits all. But generally, these should be good for most women. So you are going to put some weight through your arms, okay? Up onto your hands and onto your knees, okay? Now, if at any point this is too much for your wrists, you can do it down on forearms, okay? So don't be worried about going down there anytime. But otherwise, you're going to bring your shoulders away from your ears, and we're going to start with cat-cow. So you're going to pull your belly button in, curl the spine, okay, which is the position that your spine most naturally probably wants to be in. And then you're going to try and do the opposite move by dropping your tummy towards the floor, bringing your chest forward and your chin forward, opening up your sit bones, okay? So open these up, and then you're going to tuck them back under again as you arch up towards the sky. Inhale, exhale, other way. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Inhale, exhale, other way. You will find as well these exercises are keeping it at a fairly easier level. Okay, it doesn't mean that people can't do the harder levels too, but I'm keeping the focus just on spine health, and I'm not going to put too much increased load through spine, okay? But no harm in you still doing all the usual videos if you are someone who knows they can, okay? Arch one way, arch the other way. Okay, a lot of it's about body awareness as well. What is happening in your body as you do the exercises. Okay, you're going to come back into center, and when you're ready, you're going to take one arm away, bring it back in, other arm away, shoulder down away from ears, okay? Then you're going to try and lift one leg straight, bring it back in, other leg straight. Now, your arms and wrists by now maybe need to come down onto your forearms. We reach, and we can do the legs. Okay, so you can still do the exercise without being up on your wrists. So, shoulders away from ears. Try and imagine you're balancing something on your lower back, okay? Now, obviously I'm down on a slope right now, but equally I'm not going to move it, okay? So try and keep the lower back nice and still. Up on the hands option. Now, for those again who are more confident with Pilates, feel free to do your double arm and leg, okay? Diagonal, make sure you're not trying to lift the same side. For those that are a bit newer, just work your way around all four limbs, okay? Shoulders away from ears, keeping everything in your core super strong and still. Tummy in, back long. Well done. One last one. Okay, sit back onto your heels, reach your fingertips forward. Feel that bit of a stretch in your back. Good, okay? I want you to come into side lying here. So when we're on our side, good idea to have a little pillow underneath your ear. Outstretch your bottom arm if that's comfortable enough to do. But remember, you could have the arm folded or whatever is more comfortable for you. But main thing is to have your ear in line with your shoulders, in line with your hip, in line with your ankle, and also to make sure your shoulders are stacked one on top of each other and your hips on top of each other as well, okay? Rather than having any kind of rotation going on in your spine. Really important, it's nice and long here. Important too that you draw your ribs together at the front and don't push the chest forward, okay? So draw in here. Tummy, I want you to imagine drawing in a little and lifting up your lower side a little. And I want you to see if you can do some leg lifts here. So exhale, lift, inhale, lower, without letting my core again move. Now I can put my hands on the floor if I need a bit of balance. I can also bend my bottom leg for some balance, okay? So up to you again. Those more experienced can not use the helps. Those who need the helps, just take them. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Well done. Couple more times, nice long leg, point the toes if you can. Feel the hip joint working hard. Good job, bring yourself back in, fold the legs in, keep the knees, keep the feet together, take the knees apart. Find some nice rotation in the hip. Okay, so again, we're using our body weight to strengthen bones, muscles, joints. Okay, we don't need to add in huge big weights. Our body is the weight, and gravity is the thing that we're working against. So really squeeze into your bottom. Try and keep your hips on top of each other. Don't let yourself start to tip towards the sky. Keep your belly button facing forward. Try and have your head and shoulders as relaxed as you can as well. Few more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. And bring yourself down. Bring yourself up. Give yourself a little stretch over. Relax the head and shoulders. Slide the legs round to the other side and have a little go now on the other side. But again, get your posture first. Okay, so bottom arm, shoulders stacked, hips stacked, feet stacked, tummy in, waist lifted, ribs drawing together. Then lift the leg. Nice controlled leg lift up, nice controlled leg lift down. Okay, draw your tummy in a little bit as you do it if you like. Really focusing on nice strong hip and nice control. Point your toes, straighten your knee if you can. Bend your bottom leg, pop your hands on the floor, one or both, if you need a little bit of help just now. And as you're doing that, bear in mind it can be uncomfortable on your hip here. Feel free to use an extra pillow or cushion under your lower side, or make sure you've got a nice thick mat when you're doing the practice, because side lying can be uncomfortable. Well done. Bring the knees and feet in, knees apart, feet stay together. So exhale, lift, inhale down. Again, draw the tummy in, keep core working throughout. Squeeze, 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 and down. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Inhale down, exhale up. Few more. So nice rotation in a hip, and I can guarantee most people don't move their hips this way day to day. They pretty much we just go forward and back as we're walking or going upstairs. We don't really do much side to side, and we don't do much rotation. So it's good to do it in Pilates. Exhale, lift, inhale down, but it might be sore if you're not used to doing it. One more time. Good, and again, bring yourself up and have a little stretch. Good job. I want you to come down onto your tummy, okay? We've been here before, but a nice important one for you is the tummy lying ones, okay? And again, over time we'll get a bit stronger in our core, that we can draw our belly button in when we're doing some of these exercises. But for just now, let your tummy relax as you push yourself up onto either your hands or your elbows. And then lower yourself back down. And again, push up. Now, some of you might just be here, right? This might be enough for you. You don't need to push up any higher. For others who have more flexibility, you can push yourself up as high as you like. But it's got to feel good, okay? You've got to feel strong in your arms and strong in your back. Otherwise, just go for here. Now I'm gazing forward a little, but don't stick your chin out. Just gaze slightly in front. Keep the chin slightly tucked in towards your chest. Can you bring your shoulders down away from your ears? Nice long neck and spine. Okay, can you keep your heels in line with your bottom as well? So a few more, thinking about each of these areas. Shoulders away from ears. Play a bit with hand position as well. Maybe take your arms wider or bring them in narrower. Up to you. Good job. Okay. Then you're going to draw your belly button in as if you've got an ice cube underneath your belly button. Try and lift up away from it. With your head staying on the pillow, you're going to lift and lower, diagonal leg and arm. Lift, back down. Lift. If it's too much to do both, again, like when we were in all fours, do one leg, do the other leg, do one arm, do the other arm. And my head is going to stay on the floor. Belly button in though, okay? So that's why we're keeping the head down, because I want you to see, can you draw your belly button in away from that ice cube, and as you lift your leg and arm, you're not letting your tummy squash into the floor. Try and lift from the back of your thigh, not from just your foot. Let your tummy relax every so often if you like. You should be feeling your back muscles working. 2 more. Well done. And then I want you to try and push yourself up with your arms if you can. If you can't, roll onto your side and come up. Bring yourself back, reach fingertips forward and bring chest towards the floor. Good. And let yourself relax, okay? Now, I just want us to finish. Pop a pillow now underneath your bottom here, right underneath your tailbone. Then try and bring your legs straight if you can, and then try and straighten your spine as best as you can. Now, we want to have straight spines here, so if we can't straighten our spine here, then I want you to bend your knees and see if we can straighten it now. And then over time, work towards having your legs straighter and still having your back straight. So whether you need knees bent, I'll go for knees bent just so that no one's on their own. But shoulders down away from ears, and I just want you to breathe here, okay? That's all we're doing. So inhale, think about the top of your head reaching up towards the sky. Think about filling into the sides, front and back of your rib cage. Inhaling through your nose. And as you exhale, imagine your rib cage coming back together, but imagine your spine lengthening. Shoulders down and back. Inhale. Exhale, spine gets longer. Shoulders down away from ears. Inhale through nose, fill into the whole rib cage. Exhale, soften your shoulders, lengthen your neck and spine. Well done, another few breaths. Have your legs straight if you can. Good one to check in front of a mirror. Take a photo of yourself and see how you're doing. And then let everything relax, okay? Now again, if we have got issues with osteoporosis, it's going to be maybe difficult to fully lengthen the spine, okay? We might be quite stuck in a position like this. So like I say, just go for the bent knee option and just focus on at least trying to open up the chest a little bit, even if there's the odd restricted area, okay? And don't worry about, it's never getting to where it wants to be or should be, could be. You work with where your body's at, okay? But, over time, just seeing if we can open up our breathing at least a little bit, even if we can't move everything perfectly into place, okay? And it's the same when we are going to be practicing some of the work on our back next time round. Again, I'm going to be getting you to at least concentrate on trying to open your rib cage a little bit more, okay? Because again, so many of us are really quite squished in this area, which doesn't help the tummy muscles and it doesn't help our breath. And our breath can have an impact on other areas of our health. So that is us reached the end with all my talking. I hope that was enjoyable and helpful, and I will see you again for the next one very soon. You could do the same again, you could do this again in a couple of days' time, you could go back to the first video. They're not in order of difficulty, okay, so you can chop and change between them all, no problem at all with that, you just pick the ones you like. Okay, so get in touch if you've got any questions, and otherwise I'll see you again very soon. Bye!